earlier today, I got a phone call from somebody that I talked to on here, and he said, "Do you remember the first time you smoked crack?" I was like, I did one. All right, so I went to Compton with this fucking cholo that lived next to me. He ended up spray painting my moped neon green. We put a Cadillac symbol on it, painted the rims gold, put some purple fur on the thing, and then he thought he was gonna borrow it. I was like, "Listen, bro, I'll let you paint the motherfucker, but you ain't borrowing shit." We did crack. I made sure before I quit doing drugs, I tried everything pretty much but like PCP. I'm not into any of that wacky weed shit or whatever. We went down to Compton, California. I remember we were driving. He had this big ass Cadillac, me and I remember he left his girlfriend because she had to visit her mom or something, but we get down there and it is like a fucking rap video. This lady's out front selling tacos. There's dudes literally just walking around like we're on like Mike Tyson's private estate. Guns tucked in to their fucking waistbands and shit. And I'm like going, yeah, that doesn't look like, whatever. So I'm outside. And they're like, "Yo, man, come in here. You can't be standing outside. And you see all those bullet holes and shit. That's all from AK-47s and shit." And I was like looking at the building and the houses. And I was like, "Oh, that's what all those indents?" They're like, "Yeah, man, they were from fucking bullets and shit." I was like, it looked like fucking Afghanistan or Iraq when they showed you footage of what the fucking after effects looked like. I was like, wow. So this is... Now, I'm a kid from a town of like 20,000 people. Sorry, car, but I am pulling it. Good luck to you. I'm from a town of like 20,000 people. I never thought I would get a chance to smoke crack in Compton, California, but damn, here I am. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. We started smoking a joint. You know, his brothers were all gangbangers, even they had all the cool Latin tattoos. And they're putting this is like before training day, too. So they're putting their guns on the table, and I'm like, moving out of the motherfucking way. I'm like, I'm like the white guy. I'm like, can you make that? Can you do that like that? So it's like facing that way, you know? And so they were trying to, they weren't being like fucking douches about it. I wasn't Ethan Hawke or anything, but passing the joint and da-da-da-da-da. And his brother's like, "Hey, man, he's cool. He smokes, da-da-da-da-da." This is back when I used to smoke weed. There was a time I used to smoke fucking weed. I know, it's crazy. Because I fucking hate weed. I pretty much hate weed. I'm like taking hits off, and I'm like, this shit don't taste weird. And it's like, I'm like talking to them. I'm like, this shit is like, this shit's mellow as fuck. I'm like, I never seen weed. And they're like, "Man, pass that motherfucking joint, man. Quit. We didn't ask you to fucking do all this shit." And the one guy's like, "Yo, so do you like it?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, you never put any coke in your weed?" And I go, "I've never done coke." He goes, "Well, you have now." And I go, "What do you mean I have now?" He goes, "That's fucking crack, man. We sprinkle that shit in there. It's called a Cocoa Puff." And I go, "Oh, okay. Well, it's not bad." Do you know what I mean? Crack and weed together. It's a lot better than you think it would be. It takes the looking out the window part away from the weed, and it takes the food part, or the from the coke, the looking out the window every 5 fucking seconds, and it takes the food part of the weed away and cancels them both out, and just leaves you with a pretty decent, whatever. I mean, you could go to the gym on it, I know that. Hey, sweetheart. One time, I was in Niagara Falls, and I told this story before. The guy was paying me in drugs for a bed bug job, and my neck, I don't even want to talk about how bad my neck hurt, man, because my neck don't hurt nearly as much as that shit. I said, "Man, let me get a hit off of that shit." He goes, "Man, I got your Percocets and shit right there for you." I go, "Man, I don't want to take those right now." I let me take it. He goes, okay. He handed me that shit. I go, I took a little hit. He was fucking texting this shit. I took a little fucking hit, and I was like, oh, that tasted weird. He goes, oh yeah, and I literally went, almost fell on the table. I don't know how he caught my big ass, because I weighed like 310 pounds at the time, but I went like, I sat down, I literally sat down, and I go, in my head, I'm like, I know my friend from Syria, or Turkey, or one of these fucking countries brought me here. Did he bring me here? How did I get here? And I'm looking in the house, and I'm supposed to do a bedbug job. I go, did they pay me? I don't think they paid me. Did they hate? I'm like, did I spray this motherfucking house? Come on, go ahead. Go. Come on, nerd, go. You're cute little ass, bitch. I was looking, and I was like, I don't even know if they paid me, you know? And then the shit wore off, and I just got up, and I was like, what the fuck, man? I go, what are you trying to do, poison the fucking Incredible Hulk or something? He's like, oh, man, I thought you could smell that shit. I go, yeah. I go, I didn't know what the fuck. I don't even think they ever told me what was in it, but I definitely felt like Ethan Hawke in Training Day. Man, because I've smoked some fucking good fucking weed in my life. I've smoked weed from Jamaica. I've smoked weed from all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? From Vancouver to you fucking name. I've had weed that, man, you take a fucking hit off of that shit and you were so high you got a fucking migraine almost. You know what I mean? Like, woof. I said, bro, I've smoked weed. I said, it's been a while since I smoked some fucking weed, you know what I mean? But no weed has ever put me like that. I go, I'm not like that much of a fucking pushover. But I don't ever think we ever, no, because we never talked about it, but I was reading the effects of PCP, and it was either PCP or some shit that caused somebody I know to be flopping around on the fucking floor like a salmon caught in a rainstorm in Alaska. I don't know, not a good drug. You know, if you could take the paranoia out of PCP, if you could take the paranoia and keep the strength component, I don't know what the fuck that activates, but PCP, man, you watch some people on PCP, they be punching holes in cement walls and shit. I'd be like, oh, watching them on Cops. You know, I remember there was a big ass dude in Las Vegas, he got naked as fuck. I remember driving by him, and the fucking cops were like, you could hear them coming. You could hear the police helicopter. I remember it was like on Spring Mountain Road. This motherfucker was naked, and he was fucking like just an older black guy, but he was like black guy jacked. You know what I mean? And man, I remember he just walked up to it. He looked like a fucking gorilla. I'm not even trying to be insensitive. He walked up to this fucking car and just like King Kong the fucking mirror, like with a bitch slap, and I was like, get me the fuck out. He punched a window, like fucking hit the side window, and like put his hand right through it, and later he got like, he didn't get killed, but man, he got the fuck beat out of him. And I was just like, yeah, if you could take that minus the violence, keep the intensity of the workout, make it some kind of like pre-workout shit. But there's some drugs PCP is like a drug. Like, I don't even know why they put that shit on a drug test. Do you think people that are taking PCP are looking for a fucking job? Do you know what I mean? Do you think people on PCP are looking for a job? No. So we ended up doing the crack. We drove back to Vegas after a day. I don't remember. I remember we got to like one of those little shit towns, like Prim, on the side of the, like, you know, I fucking hate driving California to Vegas. There's nothing. There's nothing out there. And fucking, he's like, man, you want to do a couple lines of meth? And I was like, you know, I was 21 years old, bro. I was fucking dumb as shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, absolutely. Never really. I ended up getting meth from him later on that week, and I went to the gym on my day off, and I kid you not, I was in the gym. Like, I could work out back when I was younger. I could work out for an hour and 45 minutes. Like, work out. Now, it's about, man, that girl's cute as fuck. She looks like she needs she needs to cheer up, though. She needs a puppy or something. Or maybe not. Those drugs, though, oh my God, they make you feel like you hear shit. I swear to God, I heard somebody pull up. You know, you'd be like, you'd be looking out, you'd be turning off your lights, looking out the window. I don't see anybody. There's gotta be somebody out there. Did you hear it? It sounds like somebody trying to open. Like, I don't need any help doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that shit. I don't mind the fucking energy. I don't want to be, I don't know, man. That shit's just, it's bad fucking news. And what do you think's an Adderall? You know, we're giving that shit to kids. You know, here, have some meth. It'll help you concentrate. Yeah, it'll help you concentrate, all right. I don't know. I don't, you know, be honest with you, I don't really ever think about drugs and go, man, I miss I wish I could do a line of coke. I don't miss that shit. I really don't. I didn't do coke until I was 30. You know what I mean? Like, the fucking, whatever, the powder. And I really didn't fuck with crack until, I want to say, the early time in Compton, and then later in life for like a couple month period right before I got sober. And that shit is a fucking, that's a money pit. You want to spend a lot of money, start doing that.